The most frequent point of failure in logistics quoting occurs before a rate is calculated. The primary source of error is the shipment description. Many logistics operations operate on the assumption that veteran customer service representatives and brokers can assign accurate freight classes, relying entirely on accumulated tribal knowledge. They enter broad, generalized nouns into legacy quoting systems, using phrases like building materials, like general merchandise, or even plumbing supplies. A deeply ingrained habit is to retrieve a historical bill of lading and copy the commodity description verbatim, hoping the previous class assignment remains accurate for the current load. Relying on these historical linguistic habits creates a disconnect between the paperwork and the actual physical reality of the freight. To understand why that disconnect matters, we have to look at the physical reality of how modern LTL carriers actually process incoming freight on their docks. Modern carriers now deploy unyielding automated infrastructure. They use physical dimensioners, AI-driven visual inspections, and continuous density auditing. These automated systems do not read text descriptions. They measure actual physical dimensions, actual cubic volume, and actual density. A severe asymmetry arises when the vague declared class entered by a shipper contradicts the rigid physical reality measured by the carrier's sensors. When the mathematical measurement contradicts the language on the paperwork, an operational rebill is an absolute certainty. Accurate NMFC classification is a dynamic inference problem. It cannot be solved with a simple keyword search. This illustrates the failure of keyword inference. Entering a common phrase like building materials creates immediate ambiguity. That single phrase can equally describe wood products, metal roofing, or plastic siding. These divergent profiles mean retrieving an accurate rate is mathematically impossible without strict physical context. The GRG NMFC Wizard was engineered specifically to resolve this keyword ambiguity. The system abandons manual keyword searching altogether. Instead, it identifies probable commodity families based on the initial input. It automatically inherits governing NMFC items for those families and immediately detects item structures that are governed strictly by density. By translating vague language into a strict relational database structure, the wizard generates actionable shipment intelligence. The necessity of this logic becomes clear when testing standard plumbing products. Entering the simple noun sinks returns broad variations, including lavatories, basins, and drain boards. This wireframe schematic shows the technical reality. The system recognizes that all sink variations inherit the exact same governing rule, Item 158880. Under Item 158880, no class can be assigned until the physical density of the pallet is calculated. The moment physical dimensions and weight are entered, the wizard executes a strict sequential logic path. It calculates the total cube, derives the pounds per cubic foot, and dynamically resolves the specific density subclassification. In this case study, a mathematical output of 15.63 pounds per cubic foot locks the shipment into Class 70. If the physical weight of the pallet fluctuates even slightly, the underlying math updates and the assigned class changes immediately. NMFC classification is an active physics equation governed by density. It is never a static attribute of a product. This exact density logic scales to the complexities of multi-segment offshore routing. Offshore shipments require calculating two distinct segments, the mainland advance rate and the over-the-water, or OTW segment. The wizard integrates directly into the mainland rater, mathematically validating the class for the initial leg of the journey to the port. It then performs an immediate data handoff to the Hawaii rater to calculate the secondary ocean transit. Because Hawaii and Alaska freight are hypersensitive to exact cube dimensions, applying density intelligence upfront is critical to securing accurate ocean rates. The platform merges these two independent calculations to provide a consolidated, instant door-to-door quote. Embedding this exact density logic directly into the rating engine eliminates the mathematical friction that is inherent in multi-segment offshore logistics. This mobility moves the intelligence from the back-office rating engine directly into the hands of an account manager during a face-to-face client meeting. The standard of promising to email a quote later is replaced by opening the GRG portal instantly in person. The representative can manipulate the shipment profile live on a tablet, adjusting packaging metrics to demonstrate exactly how dimensional changes impact the density and the final cost. The platform allows the representative to upload a formatted CSV file and instantly run a bulk report analyzing the client's entire current product line. This bulk analysis identifies exactly where the client's existing NMFC profiles are creating financial inefficiencies and rebill risks. The client conversation shifts from negotiating a static price to actively optimizing the physical shipment parameters for potential savings. This mobility allows the representative to move beyond providing a static rate, using real-time data to consult on packaging and freight optimization during the meeting. Deploying the Wizard yields a long-term outcome. It functions as a training and discipline platform. Freight claims, inspections, and formal audits frequently occur months after the physical freight has moved and the pallets have been broken down. An auditor inheriting a legacy file where the only documentation is a vague phrase like building materials possesses a significant operational liability. The Wizard forces customer service representatives to answer specific operational questions regarding exact product composition, specific packaging types, and true physical density. Generating a mathematically perfect classification is the mechanical byproduct of generating precise operational documentation. The platform improves the structural quality of the shipment profile itself, ensuring the data fed into the rating engine is physically accurate. This front-loaded intelligence yields faster offshore turnarounds, eliminates carrier rebills, and ensures compliance with modern dimensioning systems. The goal is not just pricing accuracy, but establishing a mathematical audit trail for every load. Generating a rate based on a flawed keyword assumption creates an invisible operational liability. In modern LTL shipping, a defensible audit trail begins with the precision of this initial shipment intelligence.